Hey y'all, I'm Cristen.
And I'm Bailey.
Welcome to Livin on a Prayer.
We're two best friends who are here to keep it real and relatable.
Through life's hills and valleys, we're here to remind you we're all just living on a prayer.
All right. I think it's time.
I think that was like...
The time has come.
I think the time was already here.
It's here. We are filming our
first pod
episode for Livin on a Prayer.
I'm living on a prayer today, for real.
I think we all are. Always. Okay, so let's do it.
Okay.
We're getting started. This is
all right. What's your name?
Shake out your jitters, because it's here. All right, let's just go ahead and introduce ourselves first.
You really do have like a on.
I was on broadcast.
Oh, I would never was.
I was on broadcast in high school.
Okay, I love this for you.
And I was the news anchor.
Things I didn't know about you.
You didn't know that?
No.
I was really, honestly good at it.
I mean,
I loved it.
Yeah, I don't doubt that you were good at it.
What was our saying? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's besides the point. I was trying to remember what we had to say when we...
Okay, so here's the first thing.
Right.
What's your name?
All right. You go first. I feel like you need to go first.
Why? Your name starts with a B. My name starts with a C.
Okay.
Okay.
Go first. You go first.
Hey, I'm Cristen.
Hey, girl. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Ooh, here's the thing. I don't really want to tell you about myself. I want you to tell me about me.
Okay.
Who am I?
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Kristen Quick.
That will be me.
She's 30 years old. She owns her own event planning business. Let's Make Plans. Shout out. She loves to shop. She's a fashionista. She's always dressed to the nines from head to toe.
Always?
Yeah. Unless you're not. Unless you're not.
Look, I do be having my times.
She loves a good workout. Mm-hmm. But she also loves a good pizza.
That's so true.
You know, balance.
Why'd you pick pizza?
I don't know. I just feel like last week you had pizza before we hung out.
I did.
And it just stuck with me.
That was some good pizza.
McLean's.
Shout out McLean's.
Shout out.
If you're in Mandeville, head there.
Head to the lakefront right now. No, but she has the biggest heart. I'm like already about to cry on episode 1. Are we okay?
No, it's been a long time coming.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Huge heart. Incredible friend. Will literally just drop everything for anyone at any time. She's a go-to girl for, I think, anyone who knows you knows that you are their go-to girl.
So
you
nice.
can be that for everyone, and she has like 700 friends. And I'm like, don't forget about the small people. She's basically famous, so that's why I asked her to do this podcast. So we can get more views. I'm just kidding. She also teaches dance. She's an incredible dancer. It's how we actually met. We'll get into that later.
Yep.
But she just does a lot. She juggles. She wears a lot of hats. She goes from one thing to the next, which is why she's always around 15 minutes late. And she's just awesome. She's great. Okay.
Bailey Riley Metrogene.
Yeah. What about her?
Wow, there's a lot of things about you. She's the life of the party. Positive vibes, always. She's a great wifey, mommy.
I do be a wife. I do be a mom.
To 3.
3 kids.
Sweet babies, who I love.
They're yours. You're their auntie.
I love being their auntie. Wow. Her hubby's pretty cool if you've seen him in the background of our reels.
He does make
You
appearances.
know.
We will bring him on. Don't y'all worry. For everyone who's Team Aaron, he gets way more comments and likes than we do.
Yeah, but he'll probably just like sit here. Will he even speak?
He may not talk. And if he does, you may not know what he's saying. I love you,
Love us and Aaron. She is a salon owner and boss babe that I look up to a lot.
You stop.
It's true. You have a great heart. You do everything with the best of intentions. And she's your go-to girl when you really are living on a prayer. Uh-huh. She'll pray over you out loud.
I will.
Yep.
I will pray over you anywhere.
Anytime. Out loud.
I will send you a voice memo prayer, and I'll actually do it through the memo app so you could save it and listen to it again.
Is there a difference between a memo
There's
app
a
and
difference.
things? I don't know.
I know.
Bailey's a big audio girl, and I just got into the audios.
You either audio or you text.
What do you mean?
Like Siri, like there's two types of girls. Like I send an audio and you voice text.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
now I'm trying to be an audio girl.
But you'll be like exclamation point, period, period, period. So anyway, exclamation point, I'm like, I can hear you saying that.
I know, and then I really don't realize it until the end, and then I'm like, oops, I'm doing an audio and not a talk to text.
It's funny because your voice changes. Like when you think you're sending a Siri, you're like, hey, okay, so I just left this gym. I'm going to the exclamation. And I'm like, gosh, she doesn't even sound happy to talk to me. But if it's an audio, you're like, hey, okay, I just left the gym. Like it's a whole different thing.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, it is. Okay, now that our intros have taken up our entire first
Did
episode,
I say everything about you?
I don't know. I just cut you off. It turned into me. Okay, this may also happen a lot. I feel like I talk a lot.
We both talk a lot.
I know, but I keep, like, you got to just be like, girl, it's my turn.
Well, I feel like we kind of give each other the runaround. Like we
just
interject, and then we usually never finish a topic. Never finish a sentence.
Okay, so this happens all the time. Yeah, we just like hoppity, hoppity, hippity, hoppity because Kristen's a busy girl, right? So am I. But like you're like busy as in like you have your calendar's busier, like you go more places. It's like a running joke. I'm usually getting thrown up on while she's on a private jet. Like that's so when we get time together, actually like face to face, our conversations are like
they jump.
Oh, I did this, like they never really get finished, but we know what's happening. And then we also are like, okay,
we gotta come back.
Okay. So anyway, I guess this can kind of lead us into like how this got started.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So
why don't you tell the people first? Why don't you tell the people how long we've been friends?
Okay, good. Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a good idea.
Important.
They're probably like these two girls are just talking to each other.
A brunette and a blonde with an inseparable bond.
I love that.
I know.
A brunette and a blonde with an inseparable bond.
I've always loved saying that.
Should that be our tagline?
Let us know in the comments. Just kidding. Okay, so me and Kristen met in preschool.
Yeah.
Kia, France, preschool girlies. We were best friends with sisters. So, like, we're 2 years apart, right?
Yeah.
We're 2 years apart,
right.
2 grades apart.
Yeah.
So, like, we each had a friend that they were sisters. So, we, like, always ended up, like, playing together,
hanging out at their house, in the same neighborhood.
We always went, like, back and forth to these two houses. So, like, we were friends, but not, like, friends. Like, you were 2 years younger than me, which was a big deal.
Yeah, when you were
When
little.
I was 5, like, you're 3. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
Her mom was a librarian, and that's really how I felt connected.
Was the librarian.
Shout out Alicia.
Shout out Alicia. Honey will be here one day too. The honeys. Okay, anyway. So my mom was a librarian at the school. We just like stayed in the same, like we were like friends, but we weren't like now, you know.
Yeah.
We were children. And then we started dance. So that was probably, when did you start at North Shore?
I was 3.
Okay. But when did you start competition team?
Oh.
How old were you?
I was in the 5th grade. You were in the 7th.
So that's when we
But I felt like I knew you even
probably
better
looked up
more
to me.
before
You
that.
probably thought like she's so cool.
She was a real deal, the hip hop queen.
She's older.
It was her.
And cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I get that. A lot of people like probably felt like that. I'm just kidding. But anyway,
you're not kidding though, because it is actually true.
Okay.
I'll toot your horn and pat you on the back for that.
So that's probably when we like really got, like when we were on the competition team is when it like really began for us.
I was on petite. You were on junior.
Yeah, I got moved up like a year early because I was so good. Okay, also
she's not holding back today, folks.
I'm a jokester, so like
she's a jokester, but like
if you don't know me,
I will allow you to toot your own horn. It's not.
I know.
It's not
but
false.
what if there's like a new random stranger listening to this and they're like, "This girl is conceited."
She's not.
I'm not. I'm super insecure. Okay, anyway, so we met through dance. We became inseparable. We had like our little group of besties that are still going strong. So we're like, we've been through seasons. A lot of seasons together. And the 2 years sometimes seemed big, the age gap.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like when you're still like
In high
a senior in high school and I've moved to college, or like
Except I used to go sleep at her apartment.
I did.
When I needed to.
She did. She would come. She had a cool friend with a
did.
cool cottage.
And my mom trusted you and would let me hang out with you.
She still does.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's really hard when you're, like, a junior or a senior in high school, like, for your mom to be like, oh,
you
yeah,
can
you
stay
can
with
go
Bailey.
up to LSU and Baton Rouge, and I'm not going to worry about, not worry, but, like,
right. But also
wonder where you are and what you're doing and who you're with.
I do feel like she should have been worried, but that's in the past. Anyway.
Okay, well, maybe she should have been worried about you.
Me. That's what I mean, me. But whatever. Okay,
But
so
she trusted me, so.
Cristen and I, we have been through a lot of seasons together, and we always like joke like right now we couldn't be in more different seasons, but we're closer than we've ever been.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think what brings us closest is our faith. Yeah. Like literally our faith, knowing that the other will drop anything to pray for us in any moment. Like we are just like two completely different seasons, but like we could not be more connected.
Yeah.
So the season we're in now, currently, obviously I'm a mother. I have 3 children. I have a husband. I'm like very much getting, like I said, thrown up on.
Growing your business also.
Growing
Small business
a salon.
owner.
Like
Big team.
shout out to my girlies because they're the best.
The beauty bar.
The beauty bar. But and then Cristen is like thriving in completely different areas than me. Like she is like so social. She has all these events. She has so many people that.
She's so single.
I didn't want to like.
I'll throw it out there.
Okay. She's super single. So if you are looking for a badass bitch, sorry, I already cursed on episode 1. She's available. Stay tuned for another future episode because that's coming too.
But that's like so true. It's like you're
so
so married
different.
with 3 children, and I am.
Yeah, like
so
on a
single.
Tuesday night, she's like, "What is y'all's dinner plans?" And I'm like, "Oh,
My kids are already asleep. And
Like,
I'm
I'm
like,
about
I
to
haven't
just-
left work yet.
And she's like, "Oh, do y'all want to go grab?" And I'll always tell Aaron, I'm like, "Kristen wants to know her dinner plans." He's like, "It's Tuesday night. We're having chicken. Where's she going? Like, she's going to Ruth's Chris tonight." I'm like, "Probably." But it's so cool. And I like, I wish I was there, but we just couldn't be in more different seasons. But we love to like point that out to people to see like, first of all, we have so much in common, but also like what we're doing on a day-to-day basis couldn't be more different. But we are united through Christ and we are sisters through Christ. And we definitely like, I don't have a better friend. Like, because I know that you're going to be the,
cry.
I know. I'm going to cry too. But like, you're the one who's going to stop what you're doing and be like, I have to go pray for my friend right now. Or like, I have to call my friend. Like, I've witnessed you do this recently. Like, you will drop anything for anybody. So
I'm going.
she's going. And I think that's why God has you single right now. Because like, you are everyone's person. So like, I was thinking, I mean, I'm not going to get like into details because it's personal stuff. But like, your past weekend, you couldn't have dropped your life to go be there for someone had you had kids and a husband. Like I was thinking like I couldn't. Yeah. This is, people don't know what I'm even talking about, but it's like I couldn't have just been like, I gotta go because I have a family.
Yeah.
So like you're that person for people right now and he knows people need you for that. So.
Love that. You're so sweet.
No, you're so sweet.
Thanks.
Okay, so anyway, so me and Cristen.
Yeah, where were we? Here we go. Hippity hop.
Hippity hop, hippity skippity.
I think you know the biggest thing that we have in common right now
What?
is that we're both small business owners.
Yes, that does like a lot of times bring us in.
Even though our businesses are so different.
So
like,
diff.
You have a brick and mortar. You have a big team that you have
Right.
built. You've moved multiple times.
Yeah,
mine
like
is
we
pretty
have.
much
Yeah.
all remote. I'm still working on building my team. How many years have you been in business?
So honestly, I've been like on my own for 10 years. Like I've owned my business for 10 years, but it didn't turn into beauty bar till like 7.5 years ago.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm
you
like a
just had
decade
birthday.
in. Yeah.
All right. 7th birthday. So
Yeah.
7.5 years.
Yeah.
And I just had my 3rd birthday.
Yeah. So we're like,
she's a double.
our businesses are almost the same age difference as we are,
Yeah, kind of.
but not.
Okay.
So that was weird. Anyway, so me and Cristen, December, 6 months ago, Cristen tells me that she wants to start a podcast. And let me tell you, I got jealous. That's the devil.
That's not what happened.
No, I did get jealous.
That's what happened?
Yes, you're like...
That's not how I remember it.
Oh, shoot. See, there's 2 sides to every story.
No, there's 3 sides.
3 sides.
Your side, my side.
And the truth.
And the truth. Jesus knows.
Okay, you tell your side first, because now I'm like,
Jesus' side.
am I okay? Like, do I not remember this right?
You are. All I remember was, like, I was talking about making big changes in my life and how I was, like, really getting into podcasts. I was making these changes in my life. And
like, they were helping you. Like, you were enjoying listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of, like, self-help
right.
podcasts and small business
and you were like,
owners
this is good.
Yeah. And, you know, on long drives, like, that's just, love music, but, like, sometimes you just need a little bit more.
You need a little bit of a push.
I don't remember where we were.
I do.
Where?
We were at Miss Lydia's house.
We were.
See, you don't even remember our moment.
I don't remember where we were. But
Okay. I remember because I had the Lord spoke to me that night.
Okay, so I remember saying, like, you know, I'm really thinking I'm going to start a podcast for event planners and vendors and venues because there's a lot of, like, pieces and parts to event
right, and a lot of people don't know why. Like, why would I need you?
Right, like, why do I need an event
What's
coordinator?
the point of you?
I can take you at the last second. Or, like, the venue has a coordinator, so I'm just going to use them. But then when you know...
you wanted to make it make sense.
Yeah, I had talked, you know, to somebody about that is a venue coordinator, and they wanted to come, you know, and
right.
say why it's important to have
a planner or a coordinator. Okay, so anyway... That's how, like, that kind of came about. I was like, you know, I could really start this. I could bring on, like, a photographer, a videographer, somebody from a band, somebody from
just all the
venue,
pieces,
another wedding planner, you know, even in this area or somebody far away, you know, whatever. So I was, like, kind of talking about this, and Bailey's jaw just was like, stop. I said, stop what? And she's like, 2 years ago, I said
4 years ago.
4?
Yes, baby.
Okay, 4. I thought you said 2.
No, if I did, that was a mistake because I was thinking about it, and it was like right after COVID.
Okay.
That this like happened for me.
Oh, okay.
So it was like 4 years ago, which is insane. Yeah. It was 2020.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Keep going.
There she goes with the interjection.
Me.
Okay, so she said, oh my gosh, years ago I said I wanted to start a podcast. Like, I thought she said 2.
I probably did.
Okay, she said years ago I wanted to start a podcast, and Jesus told me just to wait. Like, he told me, no, there's a missing link. Like, you just have to wait. And then she hit me. And
wait, but I have to tell you, I went to the bathroom between this. Because that's when I remember. Because that's when I went and prayed in the potty. I prayed on the potty. But, like, okay, no, you told me I want to start a podcast. And I was getting a little jealous because I was like, I've wanted to start. In my head, you didn't hear me. I wasn't like, I'm jealous of you.
Right.
But I was like, oh, I wanted to do this, but she's doing it. And then I was like admiring you because you're brave and you do things. Like, that's something about you. You like do things. And I'll like sit on things and be like, I don't think I'm
What's
good
so
enough.
funny is that you think that, and you know what I think about myself, that like I hate change so much that
you're like, should I do this or not?
Yeah, I feel like I question things. I don't feel like I'm really that brave, but that's crazy.
I feel like you're brave because you're like, I just want to do a podcast. Like, I'm just going to tell people. And I was like, good for you.
Okay, so she went and prayed in the potty. I don't know.
I went and prayed on the potty because I was like, that's so weird. But guys, Jesus can come to you anywhere, anytime, even if it's a little tinkle break. But I literally went. She told me she's gonna do this podcast, and I was getting a little like jealous on the inside, but proud of her. You know, you get jealous of your friends, but you're proud of them.
Jealousy's the devil.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
we will talk about that.
Okay,
but he do be the devil, and those thoughts did not come from the Lord. But I was instantly like, oh man, she's getting a podcast. I've really want to do that, but I'm so happy for her. It's a great idea. So I went and peed, and I was literally prayed out loud because if you don't pray out loud, it's not as effective. That's how I feel. When I pray out loud, things
I love that
are
about
different.
you.
Like for me, like when I do it in my head, I get a little like, oh Jesus. But if I'm out loud, I'm like, God, I need you to da 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 da. So I'm on the potty peeing and praying, and I'm like, someone's probably hearing me, but I was like, Jesus, okay, you've been putting this on my heart for how many years now? I want to do a podcast too, but like, should I still be doing this? Like, or was it my friend who's going to do this? I'm going to help my friend. And then it was just like, no, you're going to do it together. And
he said that to you?
Yes, he did.
He talks to you a lot more than he talks to me, but maybe he's talking to me and sometimes I just don't listen.
That happens.
Not that I don't listen, but it's just not clear.
That happens a lot. And actually, that is another episode that we're going to do on how to determine
if he's speaking to you
if
or
it's
somebody
him,
else.
if it's another spirit, or how to know to find his voice.
Okay, we're getting off course and you interjected. Yep. So let me go back to this. So the way I remember
I peed on the potty and I prayed to the Jesus.
And then that's the answer she got. Well, my version.
So this is where it picks up.
Yeah, so Kristen's version is then
I said we
were sitting on the couch and she like put her hand on me and she's like, okay, look, I had to tell you something. And I was like, okay, what? And she's like, I've been wanting to start a podcast for years. Like, I have had this thought. I've been wanting to do it. But Jesus always told me something was missing. Like, Bailey, you just got to wait. And you're the missing link. And I kind of looked at her and I don't know. Maybe like, she doesn't know
what,
this.
You want to do my video?
I just was like, wait, I'm going to do it like about events and about coordinators. And
I know in that moment
and about vendors. And like, I was like, ooh, ha, ha.
You're like, how are you going to help me with my
But then I was like, wait, but this is my best friend and Jesus really does talk to her a lot. Very clear. And so if she told me that I was the missing link to her, and honestly, it made sense. And I was like, okay, I could get on board with this. And then I think we just like tabled it.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, ooh, okay.
We started like there being like, what should we name it? Let's name it.
Yeah.
What'd we say? Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Because we're like, oh, we got good stuff. And we're like,
there it is.
And in that moment, it was still very business oriented. Like, we're like, you'll do 2 weeks, let's make plans. Or 1 week, let's make plans. 1 week, the beauty bar. 1 week, fun. 1 week, let's make. Like, we were like, this is going to be so good for our businesses. Da 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 da. And that's where we were wrong. Because we were giving ourselves the glory, and it's not about ourselves.
No.
This is about our man upstairs. So we really just kept talking, and slowly it turned into like, okay, this has nothing to do with our jobs.
No.
This has everything to do with life, our God, our situations, our pain, our happiness, our struggles. Like, we just started realizing the more we were posting even on Instagram, like if we would come out and like, hey guys, I want to talk to y'all today about something on my heart. Or Kristen would do like, even if it was her outfits of the day, like she started getting people like, oh my gosh, I love this. And we were realizing like, we have the opportunity to influence people in the right way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that are not doing that. And we can do that. Mm-hmm. And even if we said this may go to one person and we're like.
Well, even if it was something so simple, I think one day I was like having a hard day and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do this today. I wanted to get up and go work out. And I was like, oh, my body's not feeling it. I'm like really in a funk. So I went on a walk and I pulled up my Hallow app because I love my Hallow app. If anybody. She
loves it.
I love my Hallow app. It's got lots of good tools to it. But anyway, I was on my walk and I was listening to my Hallow app. And I remember posting because it was a good homily from Sunday. Like I had gone to mass on Sunday, but on Monday I like to listen to a different homily, like a recap of it. And I was walking and I think I like posted a link to it and I sent it to you because I think you were having a bad day too.
We were both having a bad like mini season.
Right.
Like it was a tough.
And I remember sending it to you and I posted it and I had like multiple people like, I've always thought about getting this app, but I never like whatever. Yeah. I never really got it or like, what do you listen to when you get on it? And then some other people are like, I love this. Have you listened to this on the app? Like
and then
whatever.
We're sharing things with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that's where it really turned into like,
yeah, because it was like almost like, okay, we both were like in that same month. She was like, I kind of think I'm going to hop on the TikTok. Like, I'm going to kind of start influencing. And I'm like, yes, you're going to be so good at that. And then I was like, you know what? I need to be more like, my face needs to be more on my business. Like, I need to be more of an influencer. So we both thought, like, we're going to be influencers. And I, like, did one video. But you were doing really good. Like, I, like, hopped off. But I'm good at editing. But anyway, we were, like, feeling this. But we didn't know it was, like, God telling us, like, no, you're going to be influencers for nothing but for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need y'all out there selling lipstick and selling clothes. Like, y'all are going to sell the word. And we're like, okay, it's free.
I'm still going to sell lipstick and clothes.
And I'm still going to sell products at my salon. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, it slowly evolved into like so much more than what we like thought it was going to start at.
Yeah.
And we realized, at least I did, like, I realized when I would speak about Jesus, my inbox, Roblox. My kid that keeps asking to play Roblox, and I'm like, my inblocks.
What's Roblox?
It's
Is
like
that
a video game that one of his friends plays, and I'm like, we don't have video games, so we don't have Roblox.
I don't have kids, so I don't even know what that means.
But my inblocks.
That's what we're gonna call it now. My
inbox would be flooded with that, like with responses, and I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Now, I will say we are not trying to scare anybody away with this either, because a lot of people kind of run when they hear like this is about Jesus.
When they hear the word like prayer, or they see prayer hands, or
they're like, oh gosh, weirdos. But no, okay, we're here to show y'all, like everyone's a sinner, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is doing the best that they can. And I will say, I mean, at least I know right now I'm genuinely trying to do the best that I can, but I curse.
Yeah.
I drink. I've been trying to stop cursing for 6 years.
I've been trying to curse for 6 years.
I've been trying to quit cursing for 6 years, because when I had my son, I was like, which it's not about my son. I should stop cursing for other reasons. But I was like, I got to stop cursing. But I still curse daily.
Okay.
And I'm still trying. But I'm saying like up to like a year ago, before I got saved again, I was like, I didn't really care about cursing. Like people would be like, you shouldn't curse. I'm like, okay, bitch. And so like my point being, like, we are real humans.
Yeah.
We do things we shouldn't do.
But we can't do anything that we should do without Jesus.
Right. So we're here to like hope that people can relate to the fact that like you can still have an incredible relationship with God and still be making mistakes on the same day. Yep. Like no one is perfect. All sins are created equal. Me cursing is just as bad as you think, like me stealing from the corner shop.
Yeah.
Do we have a corner shop?
I was literally wondering like where you got the word corner shop.
I don't know, it just came to mind. But like, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of just want to be like real. Like on Instagram, you're a little more filtered. Instagram is an app for pretty things, I feel like.
It's a highlight reel. Like you're supposed to show like,
and that's okay. That's literally
the grandest parts of your life. You know what's really crazy?
What?
I was getting my nails done last week, and
we love
not me looking at my nails because it's actually time to get them done again.
I'm like, we love a nail day.
We love a nail day. My nail girl, Twee, she's the bomb.
We're giving a lot of shout outs today.
Yeah, well, people in our life.
We're going to keep shouting y'all out.
We are, but like you really mean something to me. Anyway, her and I were like sitting down, and she said that sometimes people ask her like if I'm mean or if I'm like snooty or whatever, just because of the way you live. I wouldn't say like the way I live my life,
the
but
way
like,
you live your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say that. The way I live my life. Or I guess what I put on Instagram and like how I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a spoiled girly. I will say
she
it.
do be spoiled.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Look, we're not hiding things here.
No, we're not.
You live a life.
I do. I live a life.
A good, blessed.
I am very blessed.
Beautiful life.
Yes. Yes, I am. And so she said, you know, a lot of people like will ask me like, is she even nice? And that makes me so sad.
I know, because you're like the nicest. But like if you saw,
that's honestly, even hearing that, like somebody didn't say that I was mean.
They just were asking.
But just the fact that somebody even asked that made me be like, ooh, what am I posting that I shouldn't be? Or should I be posting more of this or that?
Right.
That's, I don't know. I feel like I like post my life pretty real.
You do. And like also, again, we're not going to post a picture of us looking like doo-doo poo-poo fart. Right?
Okay, Jude.
I have kids. Again, these are my, but like.
We posted a reel last week and I think I looked like trash. Like
we actually look bad in all of our reels.
I don't know why we decided to make reels
got
when we looked bad.
15,000 views.
Yeah, and I literally, I don't think I had showered. Like it was at 10 p.m. and I don't think I had showered since my 9 a.m. workout.
Oh, well, that's good that you showered that same day.
What? I said I don't think I had showered.
Oh, like you're saying after your workout you didn't shower.
Maybe I did. Maybe I showered and I just didn't wash my hair. I don't know. I put a hat on.
Who washes their hair?
Me.
I don't. Anyway.
Differences. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, so Instagram is a highlight reel, and that's okay. Like a lot of people are going to post. You're not going to say, like if you're, like when I know when I'm filming myself to say something, I almost always delete it twice before I get it right.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes I say something like, oh, that's weird, delete it. You are a loser. But, yeah.
You should just be real.
I'm trying to do that. That's why I'm doing a podcast now, because I feel like this can be unfiltered.
Yeah.
It's a little more lax. It's a little more like, not everyone's going to see it. Not everyone's going to listen to it. If they do, they'll just learn the real us.
Yeah, that's true.
Real and raw.
That do be true.
That really, really do be.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, highlight reel, but we still have struggles and
we have a lot of struggles. Our lives are really hard. Like, and Chris, I mean, people think not just her, like people tell me all the time, like you have everything together. You have, oh my gosh, how do you do all this?
come
like,
in our text messages.
Oh, come in the thread, baby. You will say, put them
How
at
are
the
they
top of the
surviving?
prayer list
How are
because
they
they are not
surviving?
okay. We are not okay. We are literally not okay. But people think
very
all the
blessed, but we are
time. Like, I get it all the time. Like, I just don't know how you're doing it. I just want to like let you know you're doing an amazing job, and it's so sweet. And there's
I feel that way about you.
I cling to the words when people tell me I'm doing a good job.
I'll just be honest. I will text you at all hours of the day and night and be like, oh my gosh, I'm struggling. I need this. I need that. I need this. I need that. And then a little while later, I'll text her and be like, hey, by the way, thanks for basically being like my best friend, boyfriend, confidant, whatever, because you have a husband, you have 3 human beings, you have a whole salon that you take care of, and like you're still making time for me.
And I always will for my people who do the same for me.
Yeah.
It's like another thing.
You have to pour into cups that pour into yours.
Yeah, like as like you get older, you start to realize like who is pouring into your cup. And if you're not pouring into my cup, I like quite literally don't have time for you because I am like
because
being spread.
you only have so full of a cup.
Yeah, your cup's only so big.
Yeah.
What happens like when your cup is just spilling out? Isn't that a good thing, they say? When your
cup runneth over.
Yeah.
There's a Bible verse for that. Look it up.
Okay. I can't believe it. How do I just look that up?
I don't know. You said you had tabs in the back.
I know, but it doesn't say when your cup runs over, flip to this page. To be honest,
you could look it up on your phone.
There's someone out there listening that's like, you should know that verse. And that's another thing that we want to just let you people know. It's all right if y'all don't know everything about the Bible. I just started reading the Bible truly for the first time in my life.
And I don't read the Bible.
Right. So
that's another thing about us.
Here we are.
Here we are on this big
Wait,
topic.
Before we hop to that big topic.
Let me say it. You cut me off.
I know, but should we just like close out the pod story? Because like that was like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like I
was getting to that.
I'm getting in trouble.
Ooh, kill him.
On our first shift. This is our first shift.
Basically, like, yes, we talk about being in different seasons. Well, like one of our biggest
different
seasons is that,
and it's probably not just a season. It's just our
life,
differences.
The way we grew up, and then what we have chosen. It's like, I'm a big Catholic, and I have chosen to continue on. Like, I grew up Catholic, but obviously at some point in your adult life, you have to choose.
You pick, yeah.
You have to pick what you want in your relationship with God and what aids you in that. It's just like any other relationship. Like, does a date night help your relationship? Or does just sitting on the couch just some quality time or cooking dip, like whatever it may be.
Right.
Going on vacation together and having whatever it may be, like that is going to aid in your relationship. Like my Catholic faith aids in my relationship with Jesus. And obviously I've had the choice. I've been to non-denominational churches. I've gone with friends. I've gone, to Methodist churches. I've done.
You know the drill.
Yeah.
You've been around.
Been to Baptist churches, whatever.
You've been around, you little girl.
Yeah. I've been around to all the churches. So anyway, at some point in my life, even like when I went to college, I wasn't with my mom and dad and my family who
you knew where you were being called.
Right. And, so I had a choice and I chose to stick with my Catholic faith and, use those sacraments and that relationship with God to help me get closer in that relationship.
Right.
And here's the difference here. Bailey is not Catholic. And a lot of people will. And we've had this conversation with other friends and with other people that like they don't understand it or they think that like it's weird that I'm Catholic. Why do you have to be Catholic, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
and here's the thing, baby, we ain't supposed to judge.
Right. But it's like, I sometimes almost feel attacked. Like, why are you coming at me? Like, just because you're not Catholic doesn't mean I can't be Catholic, whatever.
Right.
And that's something that we have a mutual respect with. Bailey's Methodist.
Yeah.
And she loves to read her Bible. I'm Catholic. And I do the rosary every night before I go to bed. I try to. Not every night. But I try to.
You can't lie on the pod. I'm just kidding.
I'm not lying on the pod.
It's just a joke. Oh,
I try to, but I'll tell you last night.
Trust me, you know about me with my Bible. It ain't easy every day.
Yeah.
Like, and it should be. It should be my first priority. But, like, stuff happens. Again, we ain't perfect. But, yeah, I think that's one of our, like, biggest
differences.
But it literally has never put anything in the way of our friendship, our relationship, our prayer, like nothing.
Right.
I've never questioned why you do it that way, and you
Because
never question why I do it this way.
Yeah, but at the root of it all, it's like, I believe in Jesus, you believe in Jesus.
Right.
Like, we
But
both
at the end
pray.
of the day, we're down, like it comes down to the same point.
Right.
So just like I was saying earlier with like all sins are created equal, judging people and accusing them of doing it wrong is the same thing as what you could think is bad doing something else down the street, you know? So like if I'm like
Stealing from the
down
corner
to
store.
the corner store. So if I'm like, oh, really? You're doing that? Well, that's not how it like works. Like who am I to say?
Yeah.
I'm probably doing it all wrong too. Like, we don't really know.
No.
We just know we're supposed to do what God intends for us to do, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how you get
How you get there to
How you get there.
to the
No,
pearly
and, like,
gates.
no, but you need people like
Yeah.
that help you, and like whatever age your relationship
Right.
with Jesus, like
That's right.
important. That's for you. It's a personal
It
journey.
is. So another great reason of like how 2 different seasons, 2 different religions technically.
Yeah.
Like we are just like 2 different people that we're hoping that someone out there can relate to a version of one of us
Yeah.
and grow in their faith or whatever it is, get you through something or make you realize you're not alone. Like a lot
Yeah,
of
you're
times
not.
that's something I think we as humans like get so isolated and we get so lonely and think it's just us. Like, I cannot believe I'm feeling like this. This is me. This is embarrassing. This is like whatever. I'm going through this. No one else will ever know. And then you like post about it and someone's like, oh my gosh, me too. Thank you. And you're like, oh girl, should we go to coffee?
Yeah.
You know, like it just like, it feels good to not feel alone. So
You're never alone.
you're never alone.
You didn't look up the
Well, I
cup
put
when
it
it's over.
down. 'Cause I
Okay, well
don't-
maybe we'll let y'all know about that on our next episode
Yeah.
because clearly
We can't stay on one topic.
we're dropping the ball here.
Okay, so
We're gonna learn though. So for anybody out there who's telling us
Yeah.
we should know this,
We'll get it. We'll get
we're
it.
gonna learn. We promise.
We'll get it. So we're definitely, I would say, like we've both been Christians our entire lives, but I would still say I'm very much a baby Christian because I just started digging in the Bible. I just got baptized last September. Like I'm very fresh. So if there's things y'all hear that we're saying wrong, again, don't be judging us.
Yeah, don't be judging us.
If
But like
you want to
we're
share
open.
knowledge,
We are open to the
yes,
help.
DM me and tell me what I said wrong or what I'm doing wrong or something that could help. But we all literally just prayed over this podcast and I was praying that we grow our faith
Yeah.
and we grow our relationship with God through this. Like we're going to learn a lot. And we think we have it like all like planned out what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do. But I like already feel today
We will spiral.
we will spiral. But
We
I
are big
feel it
spiralers.
right now.
What did I say my middle name was before we started this?
Nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, we're going to change it to never nervous. Cristen, never nervous, quick.
You said not nervous.
Not nervous. Not
I'm
nervous,
always
quick.
nervous.
Yeah, and like, again, we're humans. Like, we're nervous. We go
But
through
what's
stuff.
so funny?
What?
Yesterday, someone told me, you are like the calmest person.
See,
and
this-
I literally looked at him like this. I said,
You're wrong.
that's not true. And he said, you are literally like so calm. And I said, I guess you just fake it till you make it. But like, I am probably
that's,
one
like,
of
the
the most
point.
anxious people.
Yes,
I know.
you are. I am so anxious. And I feel like sometimes you top me.
I do.
And I'm like, okay, we got to bring it down. We got to bring it down. And something I've been doing lately, like my anxiety, I've always struggled with
Yeah.
anxiety. Like always. I struggle with depression. Like I have all the things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would never know. They're like, oh, you're so happy. I'm like, okay. I'm glad you think that. But something I've been doing, I've really been trying to like rewire my brain. And
Yeah.
like anytime I'm anxious, like to just know those are devilish thoughts.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes
Comes from
him.
no.
And only good comes from the Lord. So if I'm thinking bad things,
You just have to switch them to
I'm
the
being
positivity.
attacked. Yeah. And again, out loud, I will pray over it. Like, please take this away from me right now. Like, literally, I'm like, I don't have time for this. I don't know why I feel like this.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. But that's another thing. Like, people think you are like so calm and have it all. Like, oh, you're so calm and happy and great.
How do you do it? You go here, you go there. You have so much energy. And I'm like, ha, 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 ha.
Truly, I'm like dying.
Sometimes I'm like drowning inside, but you know what? You do the things for
Yeah.
the people that you got to do them for and for yourself. And like, you just make yourself a to-do list. And
Right.
You got to get it done.
You just make it happen.
Anyway, thanks for coming to episode 1 of the pod.
Like,
we have to wrap it up.
We're done. I know. We're done. Okay. So thank y'all. If you're still here listening, this is just kind of like a how we came about, a why we're here.
I think we have a lot more that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, gosh.
About why, like, and about the purpose and the...
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that.
So if you want to know more about that,
Episode
stay
2.
tuned for episode 2.
Because it gets... And we do plan to get deep. We do be planning.
We do be planning, but we felt like I don't know.
I'm just saying,
needed
some
to give
of
y'all a little bit of
these-
a
yeah.
surface level. Like,
Some of these episodes are going to ruffle feathers, and that's all right. Or some of these
Jesus
episodes...
ruffled feathers.
Right. He did. You may really relate and you may not relate. Like, again, if we can reach one person,
We did our job.
we did our job. So thank y'all for listening. And we'll see you next time on The Price is Right. Just kidding. Living on a prayer, baby.
See you later. Episode 2.